Okay, go.
This morning, like every morning, we're going to begin by watering the plants. So, you get the sprinkler set up on the boxes, and we want it to run for a while. Um, we're going to move it from time to time so it gets all these boxes. Unless we get a lot of rain, we have to water these every day because they're raised beds and the water drains out, as opposed to in the ground plantings, the soil holds water better. So we're gonna let that go for maybe an hour and then move it. All these boxes are uncovered this morning because it's Friday and we're harvesting. So we're not going to water those because we want to harvest dry plants, not wet ones. It's more pleasant and they keep better. The fragile leaves when they're dry. So the sides of the hoop house have already been rolled up. The vents are opening here, as you can see. That means it's getting warm. If it gets cold at night, we close those, and it's the water's responsibility to open them as it warms up. So we come in here to the hoop house, and we have a drip line set up. We have a line for each crop here, and we control it by turning this on just until we hear the right hiss. The right amount of water is coming out, and it's going through the main line all the way down and then out these lines and dripping, if you can see, probably not, slowly out the bottom. It takes a minute for this to fill, so usually I'll turn it on stronger like this, see it fill up, and then turn it down until we get drips. I'm confident that it'll happen because it's been working every day up until now. But we'll check on it from time to time. So the boxes, the hoop house, and the greenhouse are the watering priorities because the boxes drain water, and the only water that the covered areas, the hoop house and the greenhouse, get are what we put on them. They have roots. So sometimes when it's been especially dry, we water quite a bit of the crops in the ground, but luckily we've had a bit of rain lately and everything's doing well, so we're just doing the basic watering task. So we have another drip line, similar to the hoop house, set up here for the tomatoes and the peppers and the basil, and we'll turn it on strong, let it fill up a bit, watch the lines straighten out, and turn it down. We want to be careful not to turn it on too strong, or it could blow the lines because they're just thin plastic hose. And we've already had to repair our share of them. So you can see it dripping out here. A lot of that's condensation, but the moving drip is from the hose. And it goes all the way down the rows and waters the crops that we want to grow and does not water the weeds. And gets all the water straight into the ground so it doesn't evaporate to this sun that's quite warm right now. And so it doesn't get on leaves of plants that are, especially plants like tomatoes, that don't like water on their leaves because fungus forms and they get all sick. So now the hoop house is already open. We had a warm night last night, it stayed open. If it were cool last night, we would have closed it and opened it this morning. have our watering can. We go inside. We feel the plants to see if they need water. And we water the ones that do. And for today, luckily because we've had rain, that concludes the watering chore. But on other days it can include going around to the different crop areas in the ground and giving them some water, because water is important for plant growth.